Exactly.
Well, we will see if they make that kind of adjustment because we are getting into draft for game 2. BMO have moved over to the red side, JBB on the blue, and we're ready for them to start these bans as soon as they press that button. So, yeah, we will see what kind of adjustments they make in terms of draft. But Kang, Stefano, you were watching this game. What about other adjustments? I think that we can definitely make a lot of suggestions. Let's say for both teams, but where would you start in terms of kind of adjusting your early game plan?
Uh, well, I think they just have to play better. Like, I mean,
Damn.
Wow,
Plus, by the
professional
way.
obvious,
analysis.
right?
Yeah.
But what I mean by that is a lot of both Stefano and I have evaluated the comps, and we pretty much came to agreement that neither team should be the one engaging. So whoever engaged first pretty much lost every time. So I think I think the players just have to be more cognizant of the actual comp that they're playing and how it works inside of a team fight because you know I think the only reason that BMO even got that win was because Nocturne built tank. If he went assassin, he gets blown up every time, and they all of a sudden don't have a front line that can actually reach Vladimir or Senna. But I think they just have to play to the strengths of their draft a little bit more, and this is true for both teams. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean it's sorry to cut you off, Funky. Go ahead.
Oh no, go for it. I was just gonna say I completely agree with Kenny.
Yeah, I mean it's as I've said like multiple times in the game. For Lissandra to work, you have to have a flank, right? You have to like be next to a wall and then E over the wall and then WQR. You get your cooldowns back and you do a shit ton of damage. But it didn't work out. It never worked out. They never got into a position to actually pull that off. I don't think it's a problem of who engages first. It's just that the way that JBB engaged, or yes, JBB engaged, they basically didn't have any sort of good engage. We do see the Xerath being banned though.
All right,
Right.
already
All
a good
right.
step.
Here we go with the draft, and yeah, like you say, Xerath is banned out. I think you have to ban it. I think it's just Lucan is so comfortable on it, so in the pocket with those alts, and really, really knows exactly the limits of that champion. Make him limit test a little bit, maybe, is the solution. But Senna is also taken away. BMO are going to ban that one. So here's JBB now with the first pick. What will they choose? They did uh, consider junglers last time in terms of, some of their options, and Graves was one of the initial ones, and there we go. Graves comes in again. That was doing a lot of damage. It just falls so fast that fed Xerath.
Yeah, but now that Xerath's out of the way, you probably won't have to worry about too much poke coming in from that far away, as well as the fact that I think he performed pretty good on him. And it might just be one of his comfort picks, to be honest. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I have a chat request to say the entire name. Joe's Big Biceps. That was for you, Marcus Kane. Let's get it. Stefano,
Yeah.
you go on.
All right. I was gonna say I do like the grades. I think Sacknut actually had an exceptional game. I think if they didn't flub their late early game plays and their early mid game plays, I think Sacknut absolutely had the ability to pull off. We saw when they had 4 kills, he had all 4 participation in it. So obviously something he's very comfortable on. But it is going to be the up again with the Vi this time for BMO.
I like the Vi as an adjustment coming in here. I think Vi is a very reliable jungler in terms of decent farms, speed, decent fighting, very good ganking in general. I just
Yeah,
think Vi, especially at
yep.
this level of play, is a great pick.
Great early game option, too. Honestly, another one of J Beach's comfort picks, the most played champion
Mm-hmm.
of his pool so far
Oh,
this season, so not surprised there. Ornn and Zaya, though, big fan of those pickups for Blue Side here. Zaya's really safe, and in my opinion, Zaya does really well into Vi. There's a lot of tools that she has in her kit that can avoid Vi's engage quite well, including the ulti. She could opt for Gale Force as well, just to get that extra movement speed as well as the dash, just to get around these fights. And obviously the Ornn pickup, pretty staple pick in competitive play. Just solid, big, beefy front line that could also engage from long range.
Yeah, they're putting him on Ornn duty, as we say. And that could mean that Bahutote's going back to support, as Bahutote generally does prefer those more carry picks. So we'll see what kind of swapping they have from JBB.
Yeah, and actually, GG Denied hasn't played Zai at all, at least not from what I can see from OPGG. So I'm actually very interested in seeing how GG Denied does on the Zaya.
Yeah.
Because I think this entire draft, so far at least, is going to revolve around bot lane. Because of the Twitch Nami, both pretty susceptible to ganks, because both don't have dashes built into their kit, as well as the fact that they're both relatively squishy. So if GG Denied and if Kid Kirito, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kirito.
Kid Kirito can maybe get a engaged support. We see the Rakan being taken away, obviously. Really good with Zaya, but I think there's other options that work really well with Zaya as well. Alistar being one, Leona being another one. Tons of options, really,
Rel
for
obviously
Joe's
open.
big biceps.
Singed has been picked up into Ornn. Now, this matchup, I think Singed is generally quite good into the matchups like this, where you can't, you don't really have a threat to kill him in lane. Singed can really bully this Ornn around, so I'm very excited. This might be the first Singed we've seen on stream as well for the CECS, so excited to see what comes of this.
There is a specific interaction for Singed into Ornn where he has the ground on his W, and that ground prevents Ornn from ulting as well as Eing, which are very important parts of his
because the ult is
kit.
a little surge forward. I actually did not know
absolutely. So a Singed is actually
Cool.
really annoying to play against if you're
Blitzcrank.
playing Ornn.
Okay.
See the Blitz. Blitz Xayah is a pretty decent lane, especially into Twitch Nami, because Nami kind of doesn't really have any tools to avoid that Blitz hook, as we already talked about previously. But one thing I must say is that as someone who has played a lot of Xayah myself, I believe that Xayah is the biggest bait AD carry that this season that I have ever seen in my life. It's because she is so reliant on people diving her to do damage. She doesn't have actually any offensive tools. So it's very, very hard for Xayah to actually in fights where people are running away from it. It's basically impossible. It's very hard to pull off.
Yeah, but it's...
We have Aurelion Soul coming in for Lucan, so this is going to be Aurelion Soul up against Orianna. What do you think of that matchup and these lineups holistically?
Just to follow up on...
Oh, sure.
Natural here. That is true that Xayah does really well when they're running into you, and not so well when they're not running into you. But it's boomer mechanics only we're talking. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Of course,
bait counter bait.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I like a lot of baiting going around.
I like Joe's big biceps comp a lot more this time around, and they actually have quite a bit of tools and different ways that they can play team fights. So I'm actually gonna favor Joe's big biceps once again this time around.
All right, Stefano, I'll get your breakdown of the comps as well as your prediction next.
All right. So what I see from JBB is a comp that makes sense. I like it. They are my favorite for the game. They have different ways they can play fights. They work from both behind and ahead, with the exception of Graves is a lot worse from behind, but we saw Sacknut's really good on it. On the counter side, you have BMO. I haven't seen 3 of these champions in over 2 years, so I'm not entirely sure what BMO's comp is going to do, but good luck to them.
Natural, what about you?
This is a tough call. I'm gonna have to go with JVB, just because I think their composition is a little better, and also the Twitch that we saw last game didn't work out very well. I mean, he did a lot of damage back of the Xerath, well, the positioning was really questionable, and I feel like the Blitz could be very good in punishing that like risky positioning. So I'm gonna have to go with JBB.
All right, I'm going to go with JBB as well. I agree with the points you all have made, and we are going to go over to a break. If JBB can take this, then we are going to game 3 in this best of 3. BMO have to use this very unusual for 2021 composition to take this one in 2. So we will see what happens when we get back to the Canadian Esports Championship Series. Once we get there, we will have a very special presentation of casting from who else but Stefano and Kang are going to hop onto the Rift with all of you. So stay tuned for that, and we'll be back very soon. We'll see
As
you
I
there.
am upside down.
Yeah,
You're
perfect
Australian.
ending.
You're Australian.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now it's gonna be jumping your fencer. All right, welcome back, everyone, to JBB vs BMO2. I'm here. I'm Stefano, or Funky Detective. I am joined by the wonderful and ever talented Kang Coco Fiasco.
Yeah, pretty excited about this one, to be honest. Honestly, never a dull moment with Boomer Mechanics only. Just all in all the time, and that's what we like to see.
Oh, that is absolutely true. So far, they do have the Blitzcrank covering topside, so it does look like they could potentially go for something. As Juicer and JBeat are going to look for a cheeky little invade, but they're going to back up, not finding anything. What do you think we can expect out of these junglers in the early game?
Junglers. I think it's just going to be standard. I definitely think that J Beach is going to try to go for the early ganks towards that bot side just to relieve some pressure. J Beach does like to play a lot of early game gank heavy junglers, so it's no surprise that he picked Vi, as I said earlier. So you would hope that he would make full use of that early game coming out of the Vi there. See
You
Lucan
would hope,
going fucking
but
ham.
I can definitely say early
Going ham.
aggression out of Lucan.
Yeah, going pretty ham, I have to say.
That's very standard for Lucan. Not that surprising, as he just continues to do it. I don't think I've ever seen an Aurelion Soul start Q and out trade someone so heavily. Just Lucan things. But as we're getting into this games, we can see it is going to be the full side clear from both of these junglers, most likely, which does mean that it is going to be Vi likely going for the top side. Unless he's doing something spicy, just as I say that now, and
He
it
does
looks
like
like
love
Vi is
to.
going to go for the invade.
Yep. Pretty
Oh.
spicy, actually.
Hook lands onto Animated Dead. The Ignite's going to drop, forcing the flash out. That's a nice hook by Kid Guido. It's going to get the summoner advantage. With Sacknut heading bot, they might see a gank later at level 2 as a little bit more trading goes on in the top lane, but not going to amount to much.
I mean, they might not even need it. Joe's Big's Biceps are in a pretty good spot here. Nami, without the flash, is going to be really susceptible to Blitzcrank hook.
J-Beach gets it. He's going to charge up the Q to get out. J-Beach is going to get out with a little bit of HP, but it looks like they're actually chasing on the mini-map. A nice hook by Kid Corito. The shield comes in, but it's not going to be enough, and Sacknut's going to start an early 1-0 lead, and he's going to get he's going to get both the buffs as well as the topside jungle, or as well as the wolves from BMO as a prize for his first blood. It's a pretty similar start to last game so far.
Yeah, honestly, Kid Kirito, huge roam, recognizing that Vi is in big trouble, and if they get that, they can pretty much get that red buff back onto Sacknut, which they do. Gonna be huge for him.
Early tier as well coming in from J Beach. Can all one of you Vi players in the chat tell me if that's normal? Because honestly, you've seen it with Kane. It does add a lot of damage, so there's definitely the potential for this kind of one-shotting Vi to come through out of J Beach.
I think it works.
Bahuoto and Grox are going aggressive in the top lane, but now Alas, it's just the Sinjorn things, just hurting each other without actually killing each other. Oh, double root comes down onto the bot lane of BMO. Isn't gonna be able to have a capitalization.
Yeah, they're in a pretty bad spot though. If Animating Day gets caught by this,
Kid Corito is
trouble.
looking for blood. You can see him running around. Isn't gonna be able to find it, but even still, there's already a commanding CS lead from the JBB bot lane. 15 CS up, 4 minutes has gotta feel good. As
Okay.
Bahuoto is going aggressive with Grogster, and the EQ into
Okay.
auto is gonna take him down. A solo kill for Bahuoto on the Singe. We're used to Bahuoto getting solo kills,
Okay.
and
Here it
the
is.
bot lane is looking like they want to do the same. He's gonna try going under tower, not gonna end up taking the shot, and not gonna get the kill for it. Just not quite enough damage. Kid Corito didn't quite have the ignite up in time. Means Amazing Dead is gonna be amazed that he's not dead here in the bottom lane. Still a CS lead for the side of JVB though.
Yeah, honestly, pretty unlucky, but they do still come away with an advantage. 10 CS up on GG denied. That's going to be really huge for the Zaya. Doesn't quite get the Noon Quiver, so actually probably not going to be as bad for No Bamboozle, but it's definitely gonna he's definitely gonna feel that 10 CS, I think, because it's just like you don't really think of 10 CS as a lot of gold, but it is. Like that's
Yeah,
easily a longsword difference.
this early into the game, it's 25% gold. As Bahuoto's now going aggressive, puts down the Call of the Forge button, but it's gonna go wide.
It didn't go wide. He was just clearing the wave. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, right. Wave clear ulti, but it looks like
Yeah,
he's
see?
still going onto Grogster. Autos goes down. The spray is going to stop him from dashing. Flash forward dash. Doesn't have the range for the auto. The Q is going to come in, not going to kill him, though. Potions ticking away for Grogster to just barely escape with first blood. Bahuoto having to burn Flash for that, but even still has the teleport advantage, has a huge CS lead, and has control over this top side.
Okay. Sacknut securing the drag. Let's see if they
Takes
can
the
get away. Kikirito's dead.
Sacknut now stuck in the pit with nowhere to
Looks
go,
really
but
bad.
GG denies here. Heal comes out, ulti comes down from Lucan, is going to take out Sacknut. Now it's GG denied running away, but the Birdman is here with the TP coming in from Bahuoto with the TP advantage. Lucan's going to go down shortly. Now Bahuoto is here, and he's going to be able to take out the Vi really quickly. Now he's on to No Bamboozles. He's running away as fast as he can. The ball comes down. He's going to have to flash to take the Blast Cone, but Bahuoto's not done. He's looking to dive under tower.
They have the wave.
GG denied, gets the wave pushed. No Bamboozles, goes invisible. Metal Gear Solids. Hello? Solid Snake? Is, nowhere to go, just goes into the middle of the minion wave. What can you do? He's going to try to give Kid Corito the kill, but it is going to go to Birdman.
Certainly living up to his name. No Bamboozles here. Gonna walk us straight into the minion wave. Get collected by Joe's big biceps. Flexing in the early game so far.
Flexing indeed. BMO thinking they can go for it. They were able to find JBB at the tail end of that dragon, and they were thinking maybe they can convert more into that. But crucially, Bahuoto outlaning Grogster in the top lane, giving him the ability to teleport down is what made the fight. Now you have a 2-0 Ornn on your hands versus an 0-1. Very hard to deal with this Ornn.
Yeah, not only that, but GG denied actually 1 level up on No Bamboozle. That's actually massive in the 2v2. It basically just means that Boomer Mechanics Only's bot lane really can't go in at all. But on the flip side, GG denied and Kid Kirito can try to force a fight whenever they want and probably come away with a kill, guaranteed, if they're able to land a hook. Another thing, now almost 30 CS up.
Going top side. Sorry to cut you off, but it looks like Bahuoto might be in a little bit of trouble here. Lucan's here, so is Grogster. He's going to try and make his way out. He's so tanky, not a lot of damage coming in. Flip comes down, but Call of the Forge God is the response. He throws it onto 2, but now J-Beach is here, and he's going to help finish off what is a dead Bahuoto. Bahuoto pushed up all the way to tower with only 1 ward. He's going to get a hard punch for that.
Yeah, honestly, a good play by Boomer Mechanics Only, recognizing that they are able to catch Bahuoto out, and here's the response on the other side of the map. We have 4-man dive bot lane. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Sacknut here, it is going to be Animating Dead flashing away, but Command Shockwave is going to pull Animated Dead in, and looks he is going to go down shortly after. Heal comes out, so the auto doesn't kill him. Collateral damage has to come through, but it's going to go just wide as Animating Dead once again just barely escapes with his life. This is the luckiest Nami I have seen in ages, but they are going to lose 4 plates to the tower. It looks like by the time this goes down, they're going to lose all 5 plates as well as first tower by 5 minutes with a almost 50 CS lead at 10 minutes. This is disaster for BMO.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. J Beach does get the Herald trade, but honestly, I don't think, like, even if they do get a good Herald off, it's just going to break even since that bottom lane turret's already gone for the side of Joe's big biceps.
Really smart, really good rotations by the side of JBB. They are doing such a good job of identifying the weak side of BMO that is their bottom lane, but now J-Beach identifying the weak side of the Birdman's skull and taking him down with a 1-2 punch and a nice return kill by J-Beach.
Oh, what a chunk from Dota, and there.
Sacknut comes, Gorkster little overextended. He does pop the ghost and the ultimate, but he's very low now. He's gonna run his best. This is what Singe does. A flash comes out from Sacknut. The red smite falls down, and the tower shots are gonna take him out if Sacknut didn't beat him to it. And another death by the side of Sacknut. More CS in the pocket of Bahuoto, and a nice kill by Sacknut.
You know, he might have gotten away actually if he turned off his poison.
Well, Kid Dorito here, seeming to turn off his brain, missing the hook, but he is going to get away with it. J-Beach now going in. Heal comes down from BB denied. He is going to get rooted up, going to continue to auto. Hook isn't up for another 5 or so seconds, and that is going to be JBB just backing up, not wanting to do any more. More with it as no bamboozles and Animating Dead show up on mid lane.
Honestly, really impressed with the way that GG Denied has been playing this. No games on the Xayah, at least on record, but really showing up here. 40 CS up on no bamboozles. Almost getting either the Gale Force or the Kraken
Sacknut now going in on Animating Dead, who doesn't have a flash. Lucan's here, though, with the TP coming in from Grogster. No TP on Bahuoto just yet, and it's Sacknut taking down. Command Shockwave whiffs everyone. Sacknut is going to go down shortly, but he lives with the Twitch poison ticking. Bahuoto's here with the Call of the Fortune. They're going to take out a Lucan as well. Now it's inside of BMO to run away with the Dragon up. It's going to be the second drag given to JBB.
Yeah, pretty good pickup on the side of Joe's big biceps, getting second drag. They're on their way about halfway to Dragon Soul, and depending on what it is Cloud. I think Cloud actually isn't that bad. You have Xayah ulti, which is really long cooldown, and is a cooldown that you want
going in. The Birdman's going to flash away, but the ult is going to connect. J-Beach taking 2 tower shots now. Phase Rush gets procced, and the Birdman's able to walk away shortly. J-Beach is still looking for it, though. Right there, that J-Beach failing the gank and looking to go back in, that's it. That's BMO. That's the whole team in a nutshell. But J-Beach is going to drop the Herald. There's a few plates there, but Sacknut is there, so it's not going to be too effective. They're not going to be able to get the tower down. And overall, a 4K goal lead from JBB at 12 minutes.
Yeah, we'll see how they choose to try and close this one out. They might want to try to get those plates out on top side, but going to be way too late now. They could still try breaking. Gorkster is really low. If they pull off a dive topside, they could easily take that turret and get some more gold for themselves.
Sacknut definitely in the position to do it. We can see him coming up topside with the bot lane of JBB. Certainly it looks like Kid Dorito. Now Kid Dorito's going to double back to mid lane. There was a commentator's curse kind of moment. As they're going to continue to just have the 2v2 mid with the mid laners bottom.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what their next move is here, because there doesn't really seem to be anything to take. All of their lanes are getting shoved in other than mid, which they've said 3 for. They are rotating their bot side to top lane, so yeah, they will definitely try to get that top
Oh,
Tower
but no
down before next
Bamboozle
drag.
comes out. Sneaky beaky like opens up with a spray and pray, and they're gonna get a quick pick onto the Birdman. Nice play by BMO. They're so far behind, so any pressure or any kills they're able to get are going to be hugely influential for them. And it looks like they're going to be able to take a tower as well. JBB not quite in position to handle this, as Kid Corito's now caught out of position himself. Nami ult comes down after the Singe. Ultimate Ignite goes down onto him, and now JB's here. They're going to take down the Blitzcrank.
Okay.
Daniel's here. Ultimate comes out into the flash, doesn't E, but Sacknut's here looking for something potentially. No Bamboozles. Out invisible though, and it does look like they're going to be able to
teleport?
slink away.
Can we
Teleport
Okay.
onto the Singe W.
I mean,
They lose mid for this. Yeah.
yeah, that's true. It just didn't look good to me because it looked like the Birdman was teleporting into
Nope.
4, but here's Lucan coming
Lucan
in from
off
the
the
side.
side does this, gives the Birdman the star,
Oh!
takes out a huge portion of his speed. Now it's Lucan 1v1 GG denied. GG denied horribly outrange, and he's going to back up, but Lucan's going to do the same. The Birdman living with a sliver of HP. Lucky gets away from that, but crucially, they weren't able to trade the mid lane tower.
Yeah, really unfortunate for them. They will get a reset off though, and we do have Dragon coming up in about a minute and a half.
Looks like they're not even going to wait, Dragon. BMO looking to push onto the Rift Herald right away. Kid Guido's coming in. He has the hook. Is coming in from this side. Could potentially see a call of the Forge God here. The damage for JBB is a little bit out.
Here we go.
Not close, but Call of the Forge Guard comes in, and there it is, the interaction Natural is talking about, and BMO is here completely. The hook lands onto the Nami, but a huge knockup by Orin is going to buy them some time. Just now, the damage for JBB is arriving, and it is going to be the Zaya off to the side. Lucan's going in on him, but GG and I doing the best he can. No ultimate available. JB goes in on the other side, the Birdman alone. A re-engage comes through by BMO, and it looks like they're going to get it. The Birdman is the last one alive, with Bahu Oto going down, but the Birdman's going to fall as well, and it's going to be a free Herald to the side of BMO.
Yeah, honestly, a loss basically just off of mistiming. I mean, GG Denied wasn't there for half of that fight, and he's the most fed member on their team other than Bahu Utot. I don't understand why they engaged that. They did still have at least another 7 seconds before Herald was really going to go down. They could have waited at least a little longer for their Zaya to get there, but they opt for the fight, and it actually did look like it was going to go their way, but numbers just ended up falling in the favor of Boomer Mechanics only.
Yeah, what's that Draven quote? Definitely a miscommunication there. As the hook by Kid Guido does go just wide onto Lucan. They're now setting up for the Dragons. Will be the third one for JVB. Rockster is top, but he does have the teleport, and there you can see him teleporting into the bottom lane. But it looks like JBB here is looking for a fight. They're just going to clear out some wards for now, though. J-Beach on the side of the Dragon Pit, potentially with a little bit of a flank. Sacknut far exposed. Flash Q goes onto Sacknut. Then he gets flipped into the tidal wave. He's still alive for now. He has the lifesteal from the shield bill going, but it's not enough. They're going to take trade made for the third Dragon. A desperation play by BMO is going to win them the third Dragon from a misplay by JBB.
Yeah, honestly, I really like that flank from J Beach. They get the engage off on 2, end up getting both of them, and they get the drag. They do trade mid tower, but honestly, I think that's worth just delaying the Dragon Soul Spike here for the side of Joe's Big Biceps. They would have really liked to have that one. Not going to get it though, and they're going to look to the next objective, which is going to be that Baron spawning in a minute and a half. We do see... I mean, GG Denied's just huge, so I think they have to play around them. Like,
is a little bit of scariness on the counter side of no bamboozles being 5-1. They're give or take the same items just because of that CS difference. No bamboozles and Animating Dead, both games have kind of struggled in lane, but have been exceptional outside of lane. We're going to see if No Bamboozles is able to do something with this lead, or if it's gonna be a little bit like last game, where despite the fact that he's doing rather well, he's farming, he does have a tendency to get picked off early in these fights.
Yeah. Honestly, I still think Joe's big biceps have a shot in this game if they get the right engage off. They can also look for getting picks with the blitzcrank as well, just trying to catch somebody on the rotate or just catching someone over the wall, just so that BMO don't get the engage that they want, but rather just getting the engage that they have to take if somebody gets caught out. So I think they just have to play around Kid Kirito getting a pick. He does have Ignite up now. He does have Mobies, so it's going to be a lot easier for them to get that pick off. And we'll see how it goes here. Nope.
Right. Kid Greedo definitely has a lot of targets, man. No Man Boozle's invisible here with JB. Lucan's coming in, Kid Greedo in a little bit of a tricky situation. Bahuoto does have TP, and it is going to be the hook forward, but a nice hook by Kid Greedo is going to pull JB under tower. He's
Nobody there, though.
Out.
Oh,
Ignite goes.
Bahuto behind.
Bahuoto's behind. Call of the Force God comes in. He's going to go directly onto the Twitch. He's going to knock him up. So you see him. Omni Waves come down, and it is going to be enough to dissuade them for now, but it doesn't look like they're done fighting just yet. They're going to regroup a little bit. J-Beach very low, but Kid Greedo goes in. The hook goes wide just again. Grogster just too fast on the Singe. They're not going to get anything, but they do know that J-Beach was low. They can potentially look for the Baron, but they're going to decide not to flip it. Going to keep looking for the fight here, but it doesn't look like it's going to be found, and JBB is just going to back up a little bit.
I don't think they should flip it. Kid Kirito's low on mana, and it's just too risky.
Too risky. He says Grogster pops the ult to run forward a little bit. No Bamboozles is invisible there. The Birdman a little bit, could be a little bit caught out if he overextends, but good game sense to play back for the Twitch. There's pings going down. Hook lands onto Grogster, but that is a very tanky, very fast move. Not going to be able to go anywhere. And it looks like both teams are just handshake resetting through the mid lane to continue to fight, is what I should have said.
Oh, getting another pick off. Wait, I'm watching the wrong feed.
You're watching the Twitch. You're watching the Twitch feed. It happens. We've all been there. It's okay.
It just happened to me.
Kid Corito now looking topside. Lucan is a large priority, but they're not going to go for it. G9's going to hopefully take out this pink ward. As you can see to all you AD carry mains, that is how you deal with wards. No, it's very difficult. Not mentioning names that begin with Kang. But here we have BMO with a little bit of advantage. They are sending Grogster to the bottom lane. TP's coming up soon, so it wouldn't be unheard of for them to make a play on the Dragon soon with him backing. Yeah. Even as No Bamboozles walks up, Kid Guido punches him a little bit, runs away, hook goes wide, not been able to land these crucial hooks so far. Honestly, on the Blitzcrank.
Unnecessary shade coming in for this Kang player. No idea who he is, but it sounds like he should start playing jungle just to get a feel for how warding works.
Maybe he should stop playing altogether. He might be a little bit.
Okay,
I don't know. Who knows? As we have JBB here, they do have the 2 Drakes up. New Drake spawning 11 seconds. They know there's no words on it. They do have priority, where we can see Lucan off in the distance, getting ready for that big star, and it's coming in. Okay. Tsunami goes down onto 2 Bahuotos in the middle, but they got JB. Oh! Now the Shockwave's going to come in. It's huge. Twitch dies right away. Lucan, very little HP. Bahuoto is so tanky in the front line. He survived for so long. Flash forward by GG Denied is going to get them the jungler, and now they're going to switch to the Dragon. No jungler on the side of BMO to even contest this. It is just the support and the top laner. They are going to have to give this one for free. A huge play by Bahuoto and the Birdman to win this one.
Yeah, the Birdman landing a huge shockwave. We see it right now, hitting 3 people, including No Bamboozles. Just a huge play, and Joe's big biceps gonna be able to wipe BMO and claim the Dragon, putting them on soul point. Mark your calendars, 5 minutes from now is gonna be another huge fight, and I think that Joe's big biceps might be able to take this one if they can secure that drag.
Yeah. It is only one dragon away from the soul at this point. That is one of the fears for the side. For the side, we've seen it so many times with this Oriana. The ability to control space and to stop choke points like around the dragon with the ultimate is so powerful for the side of Oriana, and BMO just groups right into it. Unfortunately, is going to be able to, or is going to give up the drag for them, and now it looks like JBB is looking and posturing towards Baron.
Yeah, and I think they might be able to get some sort of pick. BMO don't really have any vision around that Baron, so they could threaten it, definitely. GG Denied also picking up red buff just a few moments ago, so they're going to have that up, and
Oh, J Beach face checking into the both
that
of
should be
them.
Baron.
That is the Oriana Shockwave. Unfortunately, Sacknut is bot lane, so they're not starting it off right away. Although that should be a free Baron, but it doesn't look like they're actually going to go for it. Go for it right away. That's as you were saying before. One of the fears is so hard to face check into this team of JDB between the Blitzcrank, between the Ornn, between the Oriana. There's so much ability to keep you there and keep you dead as quickly as possible by the side of JDB, and it's going to be J Beach that pays for it. But now Lucan coming in with the star, but instantly going to get grabbed out. The God of the World gets denied by a robot with a hook. The Twitch gets taken down as well. Now it's JBB going aggressive. Call of the Forge Guard is just going to go wide onto Nami. She's going to continue to run away. Collateral damage is going to come through and going to take it out. Hook goes wide again. Going to be no further kills at this moment, but the Singe is going to flip him in, but not going to have the damage for it. J Beach is going now onto Bahuoto. He's tanky, but not tanky enough to deal with this live when he only has 300 HP remaining. 3-for-1 for the side of JBB. Still not posturing for this Baron just yet, though, with low HP bars all around.
I don't know what happened, but that was a very interesting flank angle from Lucan, I have to say.
You know what? My theory is that no one, including Lucan, has seen Aurelion Soul in 3 years, so Lucan's not even 100% sure what he does, you know? Like, Lucan's pretty sure, but he's not 100% sure. Not sure enough not to go and get hooked by Blitzcrank.
I mean, to be fair, he did get gooed by Singe, but you should have expected that. Like, I don't know. Whatever, I'll give him a pass. He's still getting these huge flanks with the stars, of course, and assisting with the engage, but I don't know.
We see now JBB pressuring for Baron. They can force the sole Baron choice out of them. They're doing a really good job now of staying together, getting this vision control early. They're gonna force BMO to face check. They do have Grogster down bottom lane. He doesn't have TP available. It's still another 30 seconds. Doesn't look like JBB have the precise timing of it. I'm not gonna pull the trigger on the Baron now, unfortunately. So it is just gonna be more of the same dance that we've been seeing for quite a few minutes now, with JBB just looking for any advantage and any pick they can find to take this Baron off the map for good.
Yeah, still have a lot of vision control on that top red side there, so I think it's a no-brainer. They saw Gorgster bottom lane. Zai is on 3 items. It's gonna be a wrap, honestly.
BMO not in position to immediately contest this Baron, but it is going to be JBB pulling off for some reason. I guess getting scared. They don't have vision on the Twitch. I can't fault them for that. Twitch, one of those champions, very difficult to deal with. But it looks like they're still going to keep pressuring the Baron with Dragon coming up. So that is going to be their choice.
But
Grogster in the middle of nowhere ruins his flank. But now Call of the Forge comes in. Lucan by himself as well. I have to imagine that's some form of horrible miscommunication by the side of BMO. Potentially Discord went down for a second. It's the only explanation I can see as to why they were there. They're not going to go for the Baron. They're instead going to go for the Soul. JB is up for the potential steal, but it's not looking hopeful.
Yeah, I think it is pretty easy. They have both carries up. GG denied on the 3 items. Just you blink and you miss. It's gone.
They're not going to force the Baron. They're just going to take the soul. So that is going to be the air soul, as Kang said. Not bad in this game. Definitely not what you want to see, however. It is still going to contribute to them a lot. They're going to be very hard to pin down for the side of JBB. And with Baron on the table and a fight brewing, it might just come down to that extra movement speed and CDR they get from that soul.
I mean, I think it's actually really good, especially on Xayah. You get movement speed on your ult. Your ult's on a pretty long cooldown, and so having Cloud Soul is going to be huge. Like,
and now it's
so
Lucan
fast.
gets
So
bursted down
fast. Look at that.
immediately. Locket goes down on GG Denied, but now J-Beach is here. The ultimate's going to come down onto him. Heal pops as well. He's going to flash for the kill, but it's Bakuoto and Grogster in the bottom lane. This game has quickly turned into a slugfest, and it looks like JBB's coming in on top. Sacknut is there, and the hook's going to land onto an animating dead, and he's going to go down, and that's 3 for 1 for the side of JBB as well. There is the consistent DPS on JBB did go down, so they're not going to start the Baron right now. I don't even think they're risking a potential steal this game. Not going to throw it. They know they have the outscaling team. They know they're so far ahead, and it looks like they're just going to push mid as the prize.
Yeah, and I think they're going to get it. So no Bamboozles, looking for it, but
Oh,
not into Blitzcrank,
J-Beach is going in onto Kid Corito. Lucan's here now. Command Shockwave goes in, and no Bamboozles is almost dead. Lucan's here now, though. JBB's charging up the Q. He's going to go in onto Kid Corito. It's going to be the Birdman goes down. Oh, but he goes golden just in time now. A TP comes out from Bahuoto. J-Beach goes down. Bahuoto's here now, and he's ready to fight. Sacknut flashes in. Lucan continued to kite away, but he is going to go down just shortly after. As we go back to the other side of the fight, no Bamboozles is going to be able to pick up the kill. It's Bahuoto and J-Beach versus the world. GG Denied coming in from the other side. Ultimate comes down, but Bahuoto is going to take him out quickly. He gets flipped in response. GG Denied in a 2v1. A flash comes down from Animating Dead, but it's not going to be enough to get away. GG Denied has continued to push forward. It's a 1v1 now. Xayah versus the Singe. The tower's going to go down. GG Denied is so fed and so strong. 4 items on the Xayah, and Grogster can only watch with his 2 items as the mid lane tower as well as the inhibitor gets taken down.
Yeah, that's going to be...
Oh, Gale Force is forward. I'm sorry, I was taking a drink. I thought we were done. I think that Grogster thought we were done. GG Denied apparently had so many different ideas. And he is going to be able to pick up the kill.
Yeah, I've honestly been in that position for head out mind on Xayah. You just feel it. Like the movement speed that you get off of her W is so
I think
good.
she's going to feel this with Lucan and JB collapsing on her. GG Denied a little bit out of position. Birdman taking the blue buff, not going to be quite there in time, but J Beach not going to pull the trigger on that engage. Probably a smart call. They don't know where the rest of the team is with Baron up. J Beach falling down would be the Baron for sure, and it looks like Kid Corito knows that too. The hook lands. GG Denied's going to stun him up right away. The tidal wave comes through, but it's not going to nearly be enough with the jungler going down. JBB is not even in the look to Baron. They're not throwing this game, I guess. Oh no, and here they are. Now they're looking to Baron with Kid, but Lucan's here. Kid Corito way overextended. They're going aggressive on him. Ult comes down. Hook goes just wide, and Lucan's gonna get out there by the skin of his teeth.
They have to respond to base though. That should be the easiest Baron of Joe Big Biceps.
The biggest biceps.
Just
yeah, and
biceps.
It sure is. Baron up, Soul up. JVB is gonna look to end this game with this final with this push that's coming up right away.
Yeah.
Good commentary. All right.
I mean, what's there to commentate? I mean,
no, that's true. That's true. You're right. I'm just flaming. We see here now, though, the IE is crucially completed for no Bamboozles, so we are going to get a bunch of damage out of him now. There's not a lot of armor inside of JBB, with the exception of the Yorn, so potentially no Bamboozles with a carry potential, with a 1v9 carry potential here.
Yeah, but honestly, no Bamboozles has to play really safe from now on. I think if he dies, game's over. Pretty much, he has to be the one to put the team on his back, and it's still possible. But I think trying to kite out a Graves while still keeping in mind Zaya Feathers and the Ori Ball. It's going to be really difficult for him to actually execute, but we'll see though. Definitely possible.
Oh, Hook goes just wide as JBB is looking to siege the bottom lane now. We see Gangster in the top lane. He does have TP available, so he could go for the TP flank potentially. But JB is way out of position, nowhere in lane, and so is Animating Dead. He's going to get hooked up and killed up.
J-Beach?
Right away, JB still fighting the invisible dragon as his team. BMO gets taken out, but it's going to be Kid Corito that gets flipped into Fountain. You can continue to DPS him. The spectator bug is now active right in the middle of talking. The game is frozen.
Okay. That's why J-Beach didn't recall. It probably an FF, I had to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks like they FF would be the guess with them coming into the inhibitor, so I'm going to call this potentially preemptively. And I believe JBB has now tied the series 1-1 versus BMO.
Yep, absolutely. It's gonna be a
All right.
banger.